Hallelujah. Amen. Can someone said DEI in the comment section? Because reality just struck and the palm-colored people, white versus white, are now exposing and telling each other the truths, nothing but the gospel truth. Because a lot of them have been able to speculate and be like, oh, this DEI are more enjoyed by people that look like me, black people, and so on and so forth. But now they are finding out the wrong and the hardest way. I can't wait for you guys to see all of the clips I have for you guys one after the other, because I carefully selected them, elected them to make sure that you actually enjoy, especially as someone that look like me or as a Black American, that they think that your hope, your all and all, your mind and everything depends on DEI. Let's see who benefits more. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. If this is the first time you're tuning in, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to original creators of every quiz and stitches we have in our today's episode. And guys, this is just for educational purposes. I stand a chance to be corrected, right? Anyways, let's get right into it, and I'll be back with commentaries.
White women, we gotta talk. If you voted for her, amazing. If you voted for him and you're starting to regret that vote, welcome to the opposition. We got to talk about this DEI thing, because it came to my attention the other day watching a friend respectfully that white women don't universally understand that we are the biggest beneficiaries of DEI. We were the biggest beneficiaries of affirmative action, and now we're the biggest beneficiaries of DEI. There's one study that shows that just on a female versus male, just on the gender thing, it will take us a little bit less than half the time that it will take Black women to achieve gender parity, meaning gender equity in pay and benefits. White women around 22 years, Black women around 48 years. Okay, so for anybody who thinks that DEI should be gotten rid of, I want to make sure that anytime any one of us is thinking about DEI and the programs that we have just watched be eviscerated, we are not thinking, well, that Black man probably just got it because of DEI. That Latina woman just got it because she's Latina. I want to make sure that every single time we remember the DEI programs that just got erased, we remember that we were the biggest beneficiaries. I want us to think back at every job we've ever gotten, at all of the education that we've worked so hard for, and think, do we really think we only got in because we were a woman? Do we really think we only got that job because we were a woman? Do we not think we deserved it? We absolutely fucking did. And it's the same thing with everyone else that got the job under DEI. Now, is there maybe the occasional person that gets a job because they're fitting some kind of quote? Sure, maybe. But overall, we need a diverse workforce. I think as white women, we can look at the iPhone's health application and see that. You know, when the iPhone's health app first came out, they had absolutely no mechanisms for tracking our menstrual cycles. I get it. Right now, we're not really wanting to track our menstrual cycles. We shouldn't be tracking our menstrual cycles on any kind of digital media right now. But it was a fantastic idea. I know it helped me significantly when I started doing it. And that wasn't even part of the health. It's the easiest thing to track. It was probably one of the easiest health metrics to track, and they left it out because there wasn't a woman helping them out with that, you know? So every single time you think about DEI, the programs that have and are still being wiped out, think about whether or not you think you have deserved or not deserved every single opportunity you've ever had. And if you think you've deserved them, then take every single thought you have or have ever had about that Black man, that Black woman, the Latina, the Latino not deserving that job, only getting it because of their race, ethnicity, what have you, and recognize that you've been the biggest beneficiary. We've been the biggest beneficiary. We need to make sure that every white woman understands this so that we can move forward. Let me know in the comments what you think. Agree? Disagree? Cool.
So when you guys hear DEI mentioned, who do you think is the main recipients of DEI? Would you be surprised if I told you it was whitey women? Would you be surprised if I told you that 35% of all of the DEI that Trump and his people are so concerned about go to white women? Now, this came from the Trump administration. It's a report on who benefits the most from DEI. Now, I want to tell you why this is. Because look at the slice of black. Very small. Less than disability, less than LGBT. Okay? But when you hear them talk about it, you think they're talking about black folks. They ain't talking about us. So I want to explain something to you guys that are shocked and confused about this chart. Trump fully intends to put whitey woman back in the kitchen, where his administration and a lot of people in his administration believe that they should have more traditional roles and be not so exposed to the workforce. Oh, he fully plans on taking us to 1930s, 40s, 50s. See, it's always a more sinister underlying situation when it comes to the Trump administration. It's always people behind the scenes moving chess pieces all the time. Okay? Why would so many YT women vote for Trump, knowing good and well that they are benefiting the most from DEI? Is it because they don't believe that they are benefiting? Or is it because they believe that they deserve it? Let me know in the comments. I'll put the full video in the description.
What is so weird about white guys and their beef with DEI is like they are actually the group that has most historically been awarded things specifically because of their race and gender. Like, obviously, if this was a meritocracy, it wouldn't shake out like this. They're out here like, it should be a meritocracy. It's like, it literally never has been. What are you talking about? And then, like, the second we have female nominees, they're lecturing us on like, well, you really shouldn't vote for someone based on their gender. It's like, yeah, that would be a really crazy thing to do. And they're simultaneously complaining that there's not enough masculinity in the workplace. And they are saying all of this confidently with a straight face.
I did not know that DEI pretty much benefit more white people than anybody else, pretty much, which is crazy, right? Because today I'm like, I was going through Twitter and I'm reading this stuff. I'm like, okay, for those of you who don't know what DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's a program in the workplace, right? And I'm watching this. I'm like, okay, obviously they want to hire minorities and pretty much get everybody into it and stuff like that nature, just so that way we can, diverse, the workforce and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Do you have the qualification for the work? I don't know. That's just me here and there. But like, I don't want to bring race into it. But I didn't know this, right? White employees there's 76% of the U.S. workforce was white, including that program. Black employees only make 12.8 in the U.S. workforce. Asian employees make 6.9 in the U.S. workforce. Black Fortune 500 CEOs, 8 Fortune 500 companies had black CEOs. So, which is not bad. But 76% of white people, employees, that is an insane numbers. Like, I thought there was more. I thought, I was like, oh my God. I thought when they rolled this out, it's mainly to do with like, black people, get the, inclusion and everything of that nature, and just at least get our foot in the door. Like, let's bring our own qualification, but let not them pick on us pretty much. But I didn't see this. Like, I didn't. Especially a lot of white women. Like, I've been reading about this. It's like a lot of white women. Also, you got to be careful, because if this program is gone and everything, it's a lot of you guys that are in trouble, honestly. It's not good. It's not good. I was like, damn, 76? That's a high number. But, hey.
If you've stumbled on my page and you're white and you don't know this already, let me teach you. This will be lesson 1. That pilot, in order to get that job, has to be twice as qualified. He's got to be twice as good. Every black American is raised knowing that. They know that if they walk up to that pilot, He ain't gonna tell them that he got his pilot's license at some 2-year trade school. He didn't skimp by with B's and C's. That motherfucker has a degree from Harvard. He's got PhDs. He flew missions in fucking Nam and Desert Storm and Korea. He's way, 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 way overqualified. And you know how they know? You know how we know? 'Cause he's a fucking pilot. He got the job. And in order for him to get the job, he has to be... And he has to be... And now you know. And just in case you're wondering what diversity, equity, and inclusion programs were for, it was to correct that. Because he shouldn't have to be twice as good. She shouldn't have to be twice as qualified. She should be able to get that job at the same qualification and the same talent level as a white applicant. That's all it is. And if you have a problem with programs that are trying to level the playing field, maybe what your problem is that you feel inferior.
You know what? That's a good question. And unfortunately, I don't have the answer because I don't be into all of this stuff. I just know that the people was boycotting Target, and I ain't been to Target because I ain't got Target money right now. So you asked the wrong person. I was just, strolling, and I'm an innocent bystander. I used to be a Target girly myself, but like I said, I ain't got money for them. But I know the people was mad at them, and I just thought that they would want to kiki with me when I tell them I see these black hands on here and that they like us again. So that's all. I don't know about no DEI or none of that. I don't be into all of that, baby. I don't be into all that. And no disrespect to whoever is who follow all that. Good for y'all. I'm proud of y'all and I'm happy for y'all. But me, I was just strolling, minding my business, and I decided to mind Target's business. That's all. No shade.
Let's have a real talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yes, DEI, and who is benefiting from it in this country. While DEI initiatives are often framed as ways to uplift marginalized groups, data shows otherwise. It shows that the majority of beneficiaries are actually white Americans. Now, let me break it down with evidence and examples. First, let's talk about the corporate DEI programs. Studies show that many DEI initiatives focus on improving gender representation, which overwhelmingly benefits white women. Statistically, the largest group in corporate leadership programs designed to diversify workplaces. For example, Catalyst research highlights that white women hold majority of leadership roles among women in corporate America. And meanwhile, Black and Latina women, as well as Indigenous people, remain significantly underrepresented in these spaces. Now, let's look at scholarships and grants. While D&I efforts claim to increase access for BIPOC students, reports indicate that white students often receive diversity scholarships because they can claim marginalized identities in categories like gender or economic status without facing the compounded barriers of systemic racism. A 2022 study found that over 65% of DI-related scholarships at some universities were awarded to white applicants. Next up, the supplier diversity programs. These initiatives aim to support minority-owned businesses, but white women-owned businesses often dominate these contracts. For example, in 2019, a U.S. Small Business Administration report revealed that women-owned businesses, predominantly white women, received the bulk of federal diversity contracts, while Black, Latino, and Indigenous-owned businesses struggled to secure similar opportunities. And even in the nonprofit sector, white-led organizations frequently received majority of funding for D&I efforts intended to serve communities of color. A report by Echoing Green and Bridgespan found that the organizations led by Black leaders received 24% less funding than those led by white leaders, even when their missions and impact were similar. So, what's the takeaway? DI initiatives, while well intentioned, often reflect systemic inequities in their implementation. The focus, therefore, has to shift to ensure that the marginalized group, particularly BIPOC folks, aren't just included in name, but are genuinely prioritized in practice. Have you seen this happening in your workplace or in your community? If so, drop your thoughts below.
Do you know who the largest recipient of DEI programs is? It's not women who look like me. It's actually white women. So, white women, why are they coming after DEI? Well, the answer is really simple. Project 2025. Well, I'm sorry, it's America First. I keep forgetting that they rebranded it. So, why come after DEI? Well, because according to the America First Project, they want to discourage women, specifically white women, from going to school. Why? Because then you're uneducated. And if you're uneducated, then you are more likely to be poor. And if you are poor or living in poverty, you are more likely to have more children. It's literally written out that way. Now, they don't differentiate between white babies and black babies, but they do talk about the majority race becoming the minority. And so their policies push to ensure that the majority race, white people, do not become the minority. Because about 55 years ago, they said, look, based on the current growth patterns, people aren't having enough children. And the way that they identified the problem is they said that women are in the workforce. Women are in the workforce, and because they are in the workforce, they are earning income and choosing not to have children or to have children later in life, so they don't have as many children. DEI was never about opportunities for unqualified applicants. I know it's been sold that way. I know that a lot of people assume that if you got a position based on a DEI program, you were literally chosen just to meet a quota. But that's not the case. What DEI said is, hey, there's a wide swath of people who are qualified for this position. Why do we keep hiring the same type of people if more people are qualified? Well, that's easy because we've got inherent biases. As a black woman, I am more likely to hire a black woman for a position that I'm hiring for, because it's easier to relate to her, because there are things that I know as a black woman that I could say or look, and she would automatically know what I mean. It's an inherent bias. Well, for a very long time, white men were the only ones responsible for hiring, and so they would hire other white men, because I'm sure there's a language and there's things that they do that they can easily relate to. Women, white women. DEI is not an attack on black and brown people or unqualified applicants. DEI is a direct attack on you, because their goal, the whole goal of America First, is to ensure that the majority race does not become the minority race. And the only way that they can achieve that goal is to ensure that you are no longer given an opportunity to work. If they are disbanding all DEI projects, funding programs, white women are the ones who stand to lose the most. And that's okay for them, because they know if you're not at work, you will be at home. You will be more likely to have more children to further their agenda. This isn't like a black and white thing. This is not black people versus what. This isn't that. This is about fighting against a system that is literally trying to enslave us. If you're black or brown, if you're white, cisgendered, LGBT, whatever, it is about them pushing their agenda on us. And white women, the DEI fight, this one is yours.
I hear you, but would your stance be different
on this, if you found out that black people weren't even the main beneficiaries of DEI initiatives in America? What if you found out that the main beneficiary for a DEI initiative are white women? Would that change your view or your outlook on it? Because if we, and we're not even like number 2, so we're like down on the list. So it wasn't benefiting us anyway. So why do we care that it's being rolled back? If anything, the people that should be boycotting would be white women. But here the black community is putting our capes on to save the day. So, I mean, we really got to start like doing our research. DEI does not mean black. If y'all look at it, it's diversity, equity, and inclusion. And everybody wants to put a black face on it. It's not. It includes several different minority groups. So my question to my fellow black people, why do we care so much? We weren't benefiting from it anyway.
A lot of white women don't realize that ending DEI is actually targeted at white women. It's not targeted at black folks. It includes black folks, but it's not targeted at them. Because a lot of white folks don't realize this, that white women, white people, white women particularly, are the biggest beneficiaries of DEI initiatives. But a lot of them, when they hear DEI, they're all black. I mean, the Super Bowl just ended, and a lot of white folks didn't like that the performance was very black American, which I loved. It was such a beautiful Super Bowl performance. And you see some people type, oh, DEI performance. Because they assume that DEI only means black. No. But whites, a lot of white women don't realize that the ending of DEI is actually targeted at white women. Because white men are trying to control you. They're trying to put you back in the kitchen. Because they, you got to understand, the population, the white American population is declining. So they need more kids. And to have more kids, they need to put more white women out of work. They need to force you back to the house, to the kitchen. So that's the idea of DEI. That's the idea of DEI. It's not to attack. Black folks were the least benefited the least anyway from DEI. So it's not. Are we really missing much? That's the thing I say to people. Like, if you really take away the DEI, are black folks really missing out on much to begin with? Because we benefited the least anyway. So I don't know, man. A lot of these white Americans, you're gonna wake up and once the thing settles, you're gonna see that, oh shit, yeah, you're not part of the club. You are not part of the club by any means necessary. DEI is targeting white women because white men need to get more control and have more kids because the population in America is declining. There you go.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Reality is not your mates. Reality is not your mates. Don't joke with it. Reality is not your mates. Did you hear what I said? Now, they're now beginning to find out that they are the ones that enjoy this DEI. That's so interesting. I love to hear the smell and the sound of that. I was thinking that it was people that actually look like me that enjoy more of these. So that was why when every single conversation stirs up when it comes to this DEI of a thing, a lot of them will flame up. A lot of them will be you will see the furious face. Now they are the one. Statistics has proved it. Chat has proved it. Their self, they have proved it. And now they have seen that a lot of things that is happening around them or that is happening in the economy globally, they are the beneficiary. They have the white privilege, they are on welfare, DEI, they are there. Name it. Food stamps. Name which one they are not available that they can literally tell you they are sitting in the house with 6, 7 children and they cannot go to work because the government is paying them. I think this Trump regime is one of the best regime for most of them that are waking up. I think Trump actually did them a favor because Trump knew how lazy they are and they cannot work. He knew that these people literally just want to sit one place and just be collecting food stamps. That is why he just slashed it immediately. He didn't know this slash it. He came to DEI and all of them were like, let's go there, let's go there, let's go there. After all, we're not the beneficiary. After all, the illegal immigrant are beneficiary. The black people, especially the black Americans, are the one enjoying it. Now they are coming to the realization that they're not even the one enjoying it. They, their self, have been benefiting from the system right from the days of John the Baptist till this day. It's alarming. But anyways, I wish them well and I wish them to find out more reality shock because it is good for people to actually find out most of these things so that they can be able to understand what it means whenever they are working hard. They can be able to understand that we literally do not need to call these people lazy. These people are not lazy. We are the one that is lazy. So that they can understand what tariffs is all about. Now you can see them come online to cry, oh, Trump has cut my food stamp from $4,000. Imagine someone taking food stamps of $4,000. Why? Because that person decided to just sit down, open her legs for every single man to give her a baby. Why are they giving her babies? They're giving her babies so she can be able to get more food stamps. Now they can come on and say, I can't work. I have a baby with me. Go and work. Why can't you guys just come to Africa and see the reality of Africa? Who dare give you food stamp in Africa? I have, right from the day I was born up to this day of my age of getting 30 years, I have never in my life one day see anybody receiving any food stamp. Who cares about you? Who the hell are you? But because they receive it with joy, it makes them any single thing that want to benefit people that look like me, they actually want it to be out of the system. Now reality is sitting on them that they are the ones that have benefited, that have enjoyed more than people that look like me. Now what do we say this? This is super story. Story, story, story. Adulthood na scam. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know. I would really love to get your opinion in the comment section. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And guys, if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share. I stand the chance to be corrected, so feel free to correct me in the comment section. This is just for educational purposes. If you think that I did not say something right, correct me. If you think that I need to say more, also let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much to every one of you that is actually super chatting. Sorry, not super chat, super thanks in my video and come back to watch more of my episode. Please do not leave me alone. Still come back to watch more because I'll get interesting story for you guys. With no further ado, I do like to say my videos. I'm going to be saying bye now. See you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you. Mwah.